I think the good thing for teams is that Overpass hasn't changed structurally, right? Maybe some details here and there, but the map still plays pretty much the same.
PR can be under quite a bit of pressure here. This is an awkward fight, but he gets pushed from Monster and the tunnel. And we'll see GamerLegion try and get back into those fights as ZTR commits to the one against Magisk. And there's still 1 minute and 13 seconds left after all this chaos has ensued down in the water.
Took 4 guys to take down PR, and we see GamerLegion turn towards the A-bomb site.
Well, Device trying to back away, but Stairs let him out long. Rezis just walked out long, and Device is going to be a little bit confused about that as Stair backs into the bank. The ball now up on the truck as Hooksy looks to jewel them, and yeah, Miss Smoke goes down the bottom of the stairs, and that doesn't give them the cover that they're looking for. ZTR is going to commit to the bomb plant, and now we've got a 4v3 for GamerLegion in this post plant. Astralis have to retake with 1 smoke available, no kit on the remaining 3 players, and they start flooding in, realizing the time isn't on their side. But with Kersey finding the follow-up here for GamerLegion, it's going to require more output from Yabby. And that's exactly what he's got. A double and close by Stair, and they'll find the pistol. Wasn't looking good for Astralis, but then all of a sudden at the end, they get the job done.
They're going to see some action here on the A-bomb side. A lot of noise from GamerLegion.
Flashes into the bathrooms. Device could be cleared up by Ruz, who doubles up. Great work from Ruz. Now 4v3 off the back of that. GamerLegion should be in a great position here to try and equalize the scoreline. Got Magisk staying down on B. Yabby's going to rotate up and try and help out Hooksy. But Hooksy can't go down without a kill here. He's got to make something happen. And he just steps off the angle. He gets dinked. And he does pick up Towson. PR starting to flank in behind, a little bit delayed off the back of his teammates, so he's going to trade it. Now Yabby on the truck. He was the impact player from this exact position in the pistol round. He was the reason they were able to win it. And now in this round, he's stepping up again. Yabby looking sharp to kick off the map.
Oh, but Magisk is pushing from connector, so B is actually open at the moment for ZTR.
He's going to take it.
He gets that read himself.
15 seconds. He's got to make this decision now to go. Being quiet about getting to heaven, but eventually got to run. Nice silent, smooth drop down into the B-bomb site, committing to the plant now. And ZTR, let's see what he can do with a deagle. Can he close out this 1v2 as Yabby and Magisk come in from heaven? He gets him below them. Yabby's going to spot him, and just with the sheer numbers, it is enough for Astralis to take a 2nd round in a row.
They're very quiet on the map. They haven't used any utility. GamerLegion perhaps wanting to lull Astralis into thinking it's an eco round.
Here goes Stair off of the party, sees a shadow, yeah, and that's going to be Ruz taking down, and an upgraded weapon now available. Stair will switch out to the AK-47. Retreating back to the divider, and looking for a tap up towards ZTR. He still pick that M4 up. Now Hooksy's coming towards connector. Now this is going to be a strong position for Hooksy. If he can catch a good timing, it looks like he's going to find the perfect timing. Gets up, gets away with Towson, sees the 2nd player, and also just drops down into the connector. He got in front of the Molotov. He got in front of the Molotov and had a chance for a follow-up kill for Hooksy. And ZTR able to stand strong, at least keeping this round within touching distance. Flash goes up. Yabby and Stair both going down, so it's on Device to hold on instead. And they realize that they could go down towards the connector, or they could stay committed towards the A-bomb site via long, and that's going to be the call here for ZTR. Device just jump spotting. Trying to catch ZTR. He's actually got a decent enough timing to push up long here. Device waiting for the peak. Oh, gets to the angle, but couldn't get the shot to connect onto ZTR. Now has to wait on the rotation. Coming in from Magisk. Great grenade from Magisk. Onto the site. Device goes down. And now PR. He knows exactly where Magisk is coming from, making no secret about his steps towards bank. And PR eats the grenade to the head and then misses the opportunity. Magisk able to come through and clutch out in the 1v1.
You know, we see a lot of teams harass Door significantly on the CT side, right? Boosts, spams, HE break. None of that from Astralis early on. It was the 3A setup in the anti-force, and Device finds the kill onto Towson, the connector player. So GamerLegion might speed up here, knowing the off was on the B-bomb side.
Stair in the bathrooms. Here's Ruz just on the other side. Knows the fight's coming his way, and is able to stand steady. Under a minute left. Another fight this time for Yabby. And the MP9 actually wins it against the rifle of PR. And yeah, rough old time here for GamerLegion, who once again go for the investment. This is after a timeout from Ash. Yet the most convincing round for Astralis is going to be 4-0 on the CT side. Getting off to a decent start now, and they don't lose a single player yet. That's going to allow this money to finally stabilize.
Yeah, it feels like they got picked apart before they could get to, what Ash wanted them to do.
So GamerLegion showing presence across the map, and now they're starting to filter down into what is going to be a B finish. The setup designed to deal with this attack is Yabby and Magisk playing inside of the B bomb site. You got Magisk at the barrels, and Yabby playing in behind pillar. He's actually just a little offset on the sandbag in the bomb site. And Magisk, he's going to be waiting here in behind barrels. Here comes the U-tilt, forced into the open. Can't get a second kill. He'd be a little bit disappointed about that. Rotation of HooXi comes back just in time. He'll get one kill, but Yabby gets split on. And Kersey's Tech9 has drawn this into a 2v2. And Stare and Device once again have to try and recover a round here for Astralis. Kersey with the AK, and he's going to win it against Stare, putting Device in a clutch on low HP. So finally, it is GamerLegion getting their first round win in one of those close rounds actually being picked up.
GamerLegion are on the board.
Device looking for the flick up onto the top of the slide. That's Rez, who has fallen on by the wayside, and Device is going to retreat away back towards A.
Yeah, and this is where Device's playbook of moves, it just feels infinite, right? So many different openings he can go for. Ooh. Rotations.
And flash into Kersey, went for the peek, won the angle back without having to take the kill. And it's going to cause GamerLegion to make an adjustment, so they go down into the connector instead. Look at Yabby and Magisk playing the fade of the smoke here through Monster. It's got so much info. Look at this position. There's no way they're going to be ready for this in GamerLegion. No way they expect Yabby to push on up, but he can't get a double. Towson waiting for a second player, but Magisk does not oblige.
And now it gets a little bit awkward because Magisk is outside B, so no Astralis players is in B, and PR, I think he's found great timing here.
Oh my god, should have been able to get that kill on HooXi. HooXi with a heads-up plays, aware of the possibility, takes PR down. Towson toppled by Device's sniper, and then puts it all on Kersey with a 1v3 ahead of him. He's got 25 seconds, needs to make the decision, and because of Magisk's positioning, Kersey can actually get into the side here. He's gonna go for a monster peek.
Magisk playing it very slowly. He's gonna have to try and get the bomb down, but this is bot time for Device and HooXi to join up with Magisk.
Yeah, well, Kersey thinks they're closer to the R. He has to start planting immediately. A nice little play to get HooXi. Just enough time to plant the bomb, but denied by Magisk. He's able to stabilize from a possible awkward situation from that double push through Monster.
And so far the problem has been, not losing players before you get to the execute stage of the round, and that's just sometimes how it is on Overpass. So just need to focus a little bit more on getting those trades or just getting the openings yourself. That's a great shot from Device. Blind, finds Rez. Second round in a row.
Under 1 minute, here goes Towson. On through short, it's going to be Kersey going down first to Magisk. 48 seconds. So crumbling here for the attack until PR at least gets something back, but again, it's just answered immediately by Astralis, and there's no getting forward to the side. They're not close to a bomb plant, and Towson is not going to get into this situation. It's going to be 6-1. GamerLegion picked their first round up, but Astralis immediately returned to winning ways. We'll just continue it now. 6-1 up. And they're going to be really everybody else on an upgraded pistol. Device going to be picking open Rez.
Third time in a row.
Needs to get away. Device taking damage just on that retreat. No trade from GamerLegion. And yeah, that is a lot of consistent success now from Device.
Used to be teammates with Rez on NIP.
Yeah, that's true. He's got another shot out long here for PR. Stare unleashed. And it's too easy for Device. This is what we're talking about when it comes to Overpass and it being his comfort ground over the years. This is what we are so used to seeing from him. Just so many great positions he can take up in the bathrooms. A great idea of when to fall back. Kill after kill, gets the opener and the closer in the round.
And he's been there from the start of CSGO, Device.
The greatest of all time.
In the GOAT conversation, definitely, right? The more accomplished player compared to some of his peers from that time. And yeah, you either need to expense more utility or save money for an op. He can just hold the angles and punish the aggression.
They're going to try and encroach upon devices at the dice box. Issue is for GamerLegion, the round has just become a lot more complicated. All right, that's one way to get rid of device. Kersey wall bangs him through the dice box, and now we've got Stare trying to come on up. He's out long, they know he's there, but a great piece of utility coming in from HooXi allows another kill from Stare, and a 3v3 setup with GamerLegion into the bomb site. It's going to be a retake required from Astralis. The fight down outside the bathrooms. Yabi's got 2 on it. And now Kersey getting wall banged into the open. Magisk has got him as well. And that felt way too easy for Astralis.
Yeah, it makes him very unhappy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of close rounds to kick things off. Could be a very different storyline if a couple of those 1v1s went their way. Device missed shot this time again. Going for an aggressive opener in connector, but they deal with him. The great part about Astralis is, though, Stare has been really solid on the CT side, and when Device has gone down in that previous round, for example, Stare was the player to pull it back. GamerLegion do not want to continue towards the A bomb site, though. They're going to start shifting that bomb and going back to B, where it was the only round they found success in, was hitting the B bomb site in this half, so they go there again for the finisher.
Yeah, but the forward position from Stare, right, it's the reason why HooXi went back to B. You know, he's not seeing anything, and there's 3 players on the B bomb side.
Missed shots from Magisk. Now it's Yabi to step up. Oh, great flash, but only 1 from Yabi. Finally, GamerLegion breaking through. It should look like a second round win for them here. HooXi's going to try and unravel that, and here he is. HooXi on the double. Gives Stare a shot at this. A 1v2, close to denying the bomb plant. If he had taken him down there, PR, it would have been in a really tough spot, but they've got time. They know exactly where he is, so they can just sprint back up to the A site.
ZTR is sticking around, so...
Oh, dude, they're faking it.
The double back.
Yeah, nice move.
Smart from GamerLegion.
Bomb planted down on B. It's going to waste crucial time here for Stare, who does not have a kit. And now it is very likely a second round victory for GamerLegion in the half. You get the opening on Device. The B finish still gets a little messy. HooXi doing a great job of getting a double. Let's see what Stare can do. Utility coming in. They know where he is. Got 9 seconds to start defusing. They're in a crossfire. That's 1 quick kill, and again, there is a world in which that happens, and GamerLegion able to pull through.
Listen, I appreciate
Changes up his style a little bit. Fight coming out. Yeah, Stare not got found in a good position. Caught in the open. And in this all-important round of the first half for GamerLegion, they're off to a 5v3 start at round 11.
He brings 1 back, and it's really important because you can see that GamerLegion is rotating back towards B. That's their B extremity player dying. Device in a relatively forward position on A, so HooXi going to team up with Yabi on the B bomb side. He has 1 smoke left. He's going to use it immediately, and it's another monster play from GamerLegion.
Great shot. Yabi taken out. HooXi spotted as well towards barrels. He realizes that. It's very uncomfortable for him. And now for Device, it's a 1v4, so try and save that AWP. A 3rd round collective for GamerLegion. A great chance to now make this an 8-4 half. And considering how they got off to the races, that's actually a very positive result.
Yeah, and you can see with a full buy, GamerLegion able to expand some more utility in the default. So finally, some good openings for the side of GamerLegion. That's going to feel good.
Ruz receiving damage, but look at the speed behind this from GamerLegion. It's a little quicker. They're actually going to take a risk and go through that too. But is Device going to punish the risk? He absolutely will. He sees them coming through the smoke. Ruz is taken out. Device realizes he could be pushed from multiple sides.
This is brave.
This is very brave, but Device, let's see if he's able to pull it off. They're going to hear the scope, and he hits the quick shot. Kersey hitting the deck. Device back to have an impact. And this is the most important weapon they've got available, and he's ripping the soul out of the T side. Finally dead to Towson. But so much impact from Device, and Astralis looking for a 9-3 half here on Overpass. PR and Towson with a lot of heavy lifting to do. Still up against 3 SMGs, so the 2 AK-47s have the advantage there. And they've got time. If they can get this pick, numbers are once again even. And Taliesin will take down his countryman instead.
Well, they knew about both GamerLegion players. We see Yabi is patient on the flank this time around. There's a possibility of them trying to go back. Just hear them moving, and GamerLegion a little bit hesitant, indecisive about where do they want to try and end this round. Not too much time left. Yabi surely gets at least one here.
Yeah, and with that, might get a second. And he will. Yabi with the MP9, close quarters combat. Device with the impact in the final round of the half. On his Device sent out solo. Gonna be peeking long. Device instantly gooshed by Kersey, so he can't really do too much for the rest of the round now. He's 8 HP, so they're gonna need the rest of the squad to start moving through connector.
He smells blood, Kersey. Just booking it for Device now.
Yeah, he's actually chasing him down. He's gonna get his reward too. Device not anticipating. Kersey just run down long. And Kersey's gonna retreat with the opening kill.
It's very brave considering he has no other information really. Let's see now as Astralis is making their way up bathrooms.
Rez shooting out from the right side of the dice box. Molotov to his feet, forced into the open. Flash assist coming up. Magic was blinded for a second, but is still able to get 2 kills out of it. Kersey now under a lot of pressure. He ran out of ammo, and Stare hunts him down after the initial kill from Kersey. So 2v2, 28 seconds left, and that bomb plant starting to come through. PR knows where Hooksy is, to the trajectory of that grenade being thrown out. But it's Stare who needs to step up, and PR just walks into the open with his back turn. Here goes Taliesin straight onto the defuse tap. He's got smoke available as well. That's going to increase the pressure here for Stare. That has to consider the fact that it could be a 10-second stick. But Stare goes into the open. Taliesin has the move, and GamerLegion have the pistol. Taliesin screaming across in his own language. Device being peppered down through the smoke by Rez. Kersey boosted up for information. Ooh, the timing couldn't have been better for Device, who manages to dodge getting spotted, but then Kersey just hunts him down. That's 2 rounds in a row now. Kersey's just pushed into Device and found him at long.
We're calling this the Kersey, you know, when you just run up long and go for the fight.
He's getting a little bit of branding for himself in the last possible game for GamerLegion.
Very tough situation for Astralis. ETR's on the flank. GamerLegion has all the info.
Yeah, well, PR's done very well. He's got himself 1 and a lot of damage onto the second. It's now just Stare with low HP, and this force buy has not worked out for Astralis. So 5 rounds for GamerLegion. So it's going to be very quick towards B for Astralis. A little late to the position here, GamerLegion. Look at Yabi all the way through Monster. Gets beyond the utility. Flash comes in, Taliesin dodges it, goes into the open. It's a 1-for-1. Yabi gets the opening kill, but Taliesin makes sure to plug the gap. And there's still 2 players defending B right now for GamerLegion. And Astralis are going to call it off. They'll slow things down and hit the pause button and reset.
Yeah, perhaps something to do with them getting the kill on Kersey on the AWP right now, knowing that the advantage with the big green is on their side, so you can see them rotate all the way back to long. Problem is they don't have any information here, so someone could be toilets. They'll probably just end up peeking it. But this setup is very passive from the CTs. They're in gambling 3A.
Taliesin just looked away at the worst time as Stare makes the solo play into the B bomb site. That's going to cause the rotation of GamerLegion players, or at least a reaction, but ZCR is going to hear the steps. Hooksy just fragging. Magic following up with great spacing. And this is going to be Astralis up to double figures. Down to B they go.
Yeah, a little bit surprised ZTR doesn't just stop moving when he hears players running, right? If he's able to just get the first kill, then PR might be able to do a little bit more, and perhaps they can stop this rotation. brave, you know, and go for plays and try to find openings. You know, if Stair didn't do that here, I mean, there's a good chance they just go into the stack on A and lose the round, right? But he sniffed it out, tried to search for a fight, and he hears Towson throw a smoke and just goes for it. Molotov doesn't go as deep as needed.
A quick kill for... Oh, what? Okay, Rez, you'll be a little happy about that, I'm sure. A cheeky second on HooXi. A 5v3 opener, thanks to that from Rez and Sadakhan.
And that missed molly is not something that will show up on the stat sheet, but definitely helped Rez a lot in getting that double kill.
Good pick here from Yabi. Device making noise, should be his death sentence. Yabi's gone down in B. Device did make it down connector, actually. ZTR's on the flank. Oh, what the hell is that? Device spots a little bit of PR, and the reaction is immediate. Wallbang picked up. Magis, can he find the kill here on Rez at the barrels? No. Can't capitalize on the chance, and frustration there from Magis. Here's ZTR. He's been waiting a long time for this, but he's made too much noise. Device is turned around. He's ready for ZTR to descend down towards him. And ZTR take it away. So Device get a hold on to the AWP. ZTR also one of Device's former teammates.
To the players.
The battle between ZTR and HooXi, but the first fight of the round is PR against Device, and he's going to come out on top of it for PR. Stair finding the follow-up, at least responding for Astralis here, but haven't broken through the defenses, and with some weaker guns in play, you really need some momentum established. With Magis dropping PR, though, once again, that conversation reopens.
Yabi is outside. I mean, he's behind barrel or towards grill. I don't know if they're aware of him.
They're not. That's a kill. They walk right in towards him. Yabi getting tapped away by Ruz, who's looking sharp over the last couple of rounds here. 3v2, 55 seconds remaining as Astralis sit outside of the B bomb site. They've lost the player that infiltrated the bomb site itself.
Yeah, and we see HooXi running all the way around, probably just wanting to use his smoke to draw some rotation away from B, or... Yeah, that's exactly what he's done, and see if Rez gets caught on this re-aggress. Both players from GamerLegion not biting.
Kersey and Rez combining with further kills with 15 seconds left. Magisk is solo. He'll send the flash up into short and go for the bomb plant commitment behind the pillar. I say commitment, I meant just a tap, but he goes back to it this time. He has got the plan. It's only it's just a millisecond in it. Okay. Oh, that must have been so damn close for Magisk into that, but yeah. Outside of B, the Astralis players gather. You got Towson waiting in the smoke. Realize this is a timer on this. Takes a couple of steps back to safety. For the time being, though, Magisk is starting to get a little bit closer, deeper and deeper, further through the bathrooms. Rez timing. Spots out Magisk, and Yabi's going to be the first victim of the round. Rez will win his jewel on the A-bomb side, and Kersey, nice shots. GamerLegion starting to really piece this one together. Astralis disappearing, not showing us enough on the T side. GamerLegion have got control of this game. His teammates, fortunately, have gained momentum in the game, and just trying to make sure that they sail that all the way to victory. ZTR here out of the rock. HooXi put in the cage.
This is the problem that Astralis has, right? If they have to grind out a game on the T side, you know, we're just recently making a change. You feel like that's where they're going to be in trouble, having to win multiple gun rounds.
Yeah.
That's a nice shot from Stair at the very least. So 4v4, scout on device, Stair with an M4 in armor. There's a way, there's a world in which this goes wrong for GamerLegion, you know, they know it's up against a half buy, so they don't want to be overly aggressive. Well, no one told Kersey that, or Rez, because they do go for a repush towards highway.
Yeah, well, Kersey is confident right now. And a couple of really nice shots of the last few rounds here. Rez, the same can be said for him on the rifle.
Well, what's the worst they can do to him? Cut him?
Exactly.
Already happened.
Well, they could probably, you know, they could send him through the street and ring a bell at him yelling shame, but he's found himself one kill before going down. Device able to shoot one back with a scout, but it's Rez who's been so silent, and he's slinking his way through the bathrooms in behind, and Device is going to be putting the bomb down on the truck itself. So let's see if it's enough to pull it out. A shot landed. Device is down, so Stare's Deagle. Can he finish it off? Yes, he can. Stare with a huge round on the Deagle, and that is a round that Astralis did not expect to even have a shot in.
Lose HooXi early on the scout, but then great Deagle shot from Stare right here onto ZTR, and then you're thinking the reaggress is going to work wonders for GamerLegion, but somehow Astralis weaved their way around, catch Kersey completely unawares.
Magisk rips apart Rez. Astralis straight from that round victory into a double opener. Oh, that just feels like a vacuum of energy if you're GamerLegion. They had snatched the game right at the end. It felt like they were about to walk away with Overpass, put the hurt on Astralis, but a Stare round in the previous. And it looks like it's going to be a quick response to follow up to map point. It's devastating for GamerLegion.
Unfortunately, out of timeout, just to take a breather after losing such a round. You know, come up with a plan for this one because you've fully invested. It wasn't a great buy. And just two great entries from Magisk and Yabi on two different extremity players. Now you see they're using Magisk as a scout on lawn, making sure they don't run into a stack. As soon as he has contact here, they're going to speed up on B.
Flashes in the sky. PR is very blind. He's running all the way down into the little pit. And he's followed by Yabi. So ZTR and Kersey, nothing they can really do to change the outcome of this round. It'll take a massive mistake from Astralis to even open that opportunity, and there's no money left for GamerLegion. It is a devastating turn of events. Stare has just won Astralis this map, in all likelihood. Maybe not always utilized the most in Astralis because you had bigger names on paper, but I think finally getting the respect he deserves inside of the squad. And there's a stack in the bathrooms, 4 players over here. For GamerLegion's defense. Best chance to create some chaos. To create something that might just unravel Astralis early in this round. Stare. Important that he wins that fight. Rez able to trade it. They're starting to see a lot of press-ins up here on A. But it's gifted to Astralis in terms of the initial kills. And now, once you've seen so many players towards A, you realize the B bomb site's gotta have a weakness. And the only player here is Talston with a 5-7. And he hasn't got anything done. It's Rez with a 1v3. He's got to give it a go. But for Astralis, it's about to be a 13-9 victory. Such a strong first half on the CT side. GamerLegion come back into the game. It feels like they've done enough. We see the light at the end of the tunnel, but one huge round from Stare on the Deagle, collecting himself a 4K, and he shifts that momentum in Astralis' favor right at the end of regulation. For GamerLegion, it has to be a recovery in the series. It's going to be quick, a simple call to hit this upper A bomb site. We've got HooXi running out of the hut, straight into the attack. Kersey's going to wait at the back of the bomb site, but it's Rez silencing 2 right away. Yabi and Magisk staying in the fight for Astralis, though, and Magisk looks back into the lobby, back from the hut, and it's PR to go down. There's a little bit back and forth still, thanks to Talston out from heaven. But these next few fights are crucial. As Magisk is still alive, still kicking, and now doubling up with his teammate. They've actually given up the A site, and ZTR realizes that with the sound cue. He's going to go and take that ground, tap the defuse to try and pull them into Talston. There's no stick, there's no commitment, and now they've got to realize that, but they just hunt down the final 2 kills, and GamerLegion will win the pistol. Gonna make it down secret with HooXi and Device. Already going down lower. We've got ZTR waiting. He's got the MP9 ready to go. Let's see how much he can really get out of this. Astralis has shown an ability to win with lower tier buys. They all line up. Makes it easy for ZTR when that happens. He's got to take 2 kills, and that really cuts out the heart of Astralis in this round.
Yeah, great bait from PR. He opened the door, which drew all attention to him. Created the space for ZTR to find that double.
Oh, nice shot from Rez. Very sharp. He had a number of moments like that on the CT side of Overpass. Now they've got the ideal start in terms of winning the pistol and looking to just convert on the second. Yabby's made it maybe a little bit more uncomfortable because 3 of the GamerLegion players are very low on health. It'll take a lot of whiffs when it comes to the fights, though. A lot of favorable situations need to fall into Astralis' hands because they're really low themselves.
A nice
and
move
that bomb
to
is
boost.
so far away.
Yeah, they don't have the time more than anything, especially after Rez finds the kill on Yabby. Magus really
wants to die before the time. He's got $0 in the bank here.
Absolutely.
And they'll help out by throwing a grenade in from Secret. So ZTR with 3 in the end. There's a quick upper bust. Charging out towards the defenses. Matt just sees the Heaven player. You can hear him rapidly communicating where the other CTs are as that smoke reveals them. Device, 1 headshot back here for Astralis. They've got the player advantage for the time being as that plant is coming in. Device trying to track into the smoke. ZTR actually went down the vent, and Rez is starting to back off as well. And with Kersey going down in lobby, you can understand why ZTR and Rez want to get out of there, because now it has to be a save. Astralis first gun round, and it's a quick upper hit.
We have no information on how the CTs are going to open as HooXi wins out the fight against Rez. But they managed to find the entries, get the bomb down, so a pretty clean round, all in all. Finds a kill, but can't help House in any way whatsoever.
Another hit towards the upper bomb side. Back-to-back rounds, and this time a lot better for GamerLegion on the initial kills. It's really important that Yabby wins that fight, and it gets better for him. Side of the smoke, Rez sideline. We've got PR and Kersey trying to recover this mess. Once again, though, another trade from Astralis, and they get into a 2v1. It's the old school Astralis players going for this clutch against the new school
Rolling back the years.
Yeah.
Magus can Device, done it so many times before.
By the time he gets out of here, he's going to be sitting around 12 seconds left on the clock. And not going to happen for him. So it takes Magisk. We'll fall away. And Astralis somehow recovered that because it looked really good for GamerLegion. They won the first 2 kills in the upper hit, but really important trades coming in from Astralis.
Yeah, and the thought process here is, all right, we just did the fast A pop, now they expect us to do something slower, a default. So we see the second smoke wave come in for Astralis. They're going to be going down Secret. All 5 players are outside, Yabby included, and GamerLegion, from how they opened this round, the lobby crunch is the only play they have available to them.
Stare is so comfortable operating outside, but it's got to feel rough if you're Kersey because he's just creeped under the scope. He won't check the big box, though, so Kersey's able to stay behind this with the AWP. But Stare's got so much ground. He's pushed all the way through hell. This is so much info for Astralis.
And now they're just using a little bit of utility on B to keep these players occupied and buy time from Stare. Force Stare on the flank.
Oh, this is so sick. He's just so impactful for Astralis today. Stare's going to get the free kill into the bomb site. You might as well just take the opening, spot out the second player control room. You know PR's there. The information is powerful enough. You can keep him caged in the control room. Going into the fight, though, it's PR to win it against Stare. All of a sudden, Rez having opportunities going the way of GamerLegion, who are in a 4v2. I don't know how this has fallen away from Astralis so quickly, but it's Magisk and HooXi. They're going to have to try and piece this one together. HooXi's in the vent. He's creeping around the back. Rez not ready for him. HooXi's got this. Oh, he should have, but it wasn't so clean. Magisk's gone, and HooXi 1v3. I don't know how Astralis have let this one go, but they have. And so we now look at a 4-3 scoreline for GamerLegion after a very poor start to the round.
Did the Rez just
Get to see it here on the replay. But this is Stare. Yeah, he just walks down the vent.
Well, we didn't see the first one onto Yabi, so I don't know if Yabi was holding it.
And maybe he's lost the fight.
So a significant mistake there from Astralis. Let's see if they're able to recover immediately, and the early break catches HooXi on the fast cross. He has a couple of teammates walking behind, so let's see if GamerLegion is able to find that information. All right, Stair is loud with it, so ZTR absolutely knows.
Oh, good shot from PR. Magisk. Swift to respond in the charge outside. He's going to jump rather in towards Hell. Into the lockers. Even though they're player down, some decent positioning here from Astralis. GamerLegion pulling it back by pushing into the lobby, though.
Yeah, immediate reaction, and Yabi is already dead. He's the lobby player. They're just making sure. Still enough time for Astralis to piece this one together. Just waiting for someone to overextend. Working different areas of the map at the same time. Hoping to make GamerLegion a little bit nervous. Their device have slipped past ZTR, but at this point, probably going to see PR rotate over. Support.
Well, important kill for Device. Can they get a follow-up towards Decon? 15 seconds left. Device goes for the plant and will go down. It's limited time for Stair. That's the problem here. He needs this quick headshot and he won't get it on res. GamerLegion with numbers on their side and time. Starting to have a pretty good series in the second half of Overpass onwards. Quick upper hit from Astralis, and it's worked out again. Thank you, Stair, to that. And we've got Taliesin waiting on the hut. He's going to pull the round right back, though, in favor of GamerLegion, and now 3v2. Stair's all the way outside, and the initial attack towards the upper bomb site doesn't work. It's Stair's success outside that's the issue for GamerLegion that's responded to quite swiftly. So the bomb is down inside of the A site. At least Astralis have some time, and we'll see if Device can make anything happen as he moves outside towards Hell. And we've got Kersey just moving off. Device, the windows aren't broken, and he's not going to get the angle he's hoping for here. But he is going to get the chance. And he brings down Kersey. That's going to free up the ladder play. And AWP now available to Device. That's a fight that PR needed to win. And all of a sudden, Taliesin forced to fight on two fronts. So he moves in front of the site. And he's going to look for Stair, who's long gone. He's moved over towards ramp.
And Stair, aware of this move from Taliesin, you know, he's low HP, so in this situation makes sense for Taliesin to try and hunt him down, make it a 1v1. So Stair immediately going over to his teammate, swapping guns. And Stair is going to go first, just get information for Device on where Taliesin might be, so Device can hopefully clutch in the 1v1.
And Device will clutch in the 2v1. First opportunity, and he takes it. Got Magisk all the way down Secret. He's got Starin behind him. Here comes the third and HooXi. Device is a little bit late to join.
And ZTR just smoked Secret, so I think Astralis has to wait this one out. And PR is there too with an HE. This can do a ton of damage. So ZTR with the HE, here it comes.
That's a lot of damage. Smoke now fades away. PR getting 2 out of the MP9. Good trading, but Rez an important frag to pick up here as GamerLegion, one player ahead in the final 30 seconds, trying to get a 6th round on the CT side.
And it's the old guard again in a 2v3. Let's see if they can clutch one more time for Astralis.
Well, that bomb is going to go down in the site, and Device has been really impactful in these situations when they've been in player deficits or in 2vx's. Device has certainly found the impact required, but now it's a 1v3. He's got himself the first headshot, turns on Kersey, looking for the tap. He's got to worry about a push from double doors. He's got the right position here, Device just not getting the kills, and he played it well. Just couldn't get the kill out on Taliesin, and a really important round for GamerLegion to pick up out of the timeout. Blocked at ramp, but the A site, it's always tantalizing. Here comes the upper utility, Molotov to force Taliesin down into the hut, and HooXi to destroy him with the Tech 9. Kersey diving down into the fire, oh my god, he's burning, and he's missed the shot! The A bomb site falls again! I guess it works for Astralis. Just hit A and win enough rounds in this T-half. Force the money gone again for GamerLegion. They have to save these 2 rifles. It's kind of crazy how often this A play is working out for Astralis.
Right. Yes, it's happening on A, it's happening relatively fast, but it's not the same whether it's a rush. Rush is the first timing play, as we see Device find ZTR.
Dude, if they lose everything as well, this could be just, well, I mean, I've already lost most things, but this could be absolutely everything. PR is getting hunted down at CT spawn. We're talking no money for GamerLegion. To lose a rifle is huge, and they do take everything away. No mercy from Astralis.
Yeah, and
Stare gonna go towards Secret. ZTR, really important that they find some sort of advantage here, and it's pulled back as well. It's extended upon by PR. This is a round GamerLegion shouldn't really have on such easy footing in. But they'll be happy to take it. Magisk to clear out PR, putting Kersey pinned in the corner. Let's see if the Deagle can find the low HP of Magisk. Kersey starting to track him. Quick shot from Magisk. Really important kill that. 5-7, another one. This time from Towson. Traded out by Hooksy. Not easy for Astralis in the last round here. ZTR taking Hooksy out. This should have been a freebie for a tied scoreline. And it won't be. It'll be 7-5. GamerLegion with weaker weapons pieced together 1 extra going out of the first half. Yeah, just be aware of that as we go into this. GamerLegion, plenty of utility in this one. ZTR with 2 flashes and a Molotov. Towson with a smoke. Kersey with a flash himself, and Device is dead. So a great start to the round for Rez. Yabby with an important response, and Astralis off to the races as Rez is the only player getting anything done here for GamerLegion, and now he's the only player left.
Yeah, this is a difficult 1v3 for Rez. No bomb, no Kevlar either. Just a Glock to his name. 70 points of health. To take a serious mistake from the Astralis players for him to be able to clutch this. And Stair finishes him off, so the all-important pistol round on an eco. So an opportunity to farm some cash for the Astralis players.
Yeah, nice and easy for Device. 3 kills, quick succession, might even get a 4K. Here as Stair takes down the ramp player. Device makes some money, and that's what you like to see from your AWPer.
And here GamerLegion needs to be aware of the possibility of Device just buying an AWP. You're afraid of Device buying an AWP, which he did. Might not do that. They go for it and just find the FAMAS from Hooksy. Stair with the trade, Kersey, the great double kill.
Yeah, a lot of early success in the round from GamerLegion. It's a quick one. And Device, he does have the AWP, but the round is over.
Like, guys, how about you let me have a go at them first? I mean, it's also surprising that he decides to go secret instantly, right? I want to go see the F1 movie too. I heard good things.
Yeah, it's a fun summer film.
And, you know, despite it being a movie about racing, everyone's girlfriend loves it because Brad Pitt is in it.
Yeah, true, and all the F1.
It's looking like an A split, though, through main, how the GamerLegion players are positioned.
Good pick from Magisk. Important that ZTR is able to keep GamerLegion in this a little bit. Device this time getting his reward at Secret as that ZTR push walks right into him. Rez with a headshot, and they dive down the vent, but look at the... Oh, what? Okay, that's a huge kill for Rez to find inside of the vent. That has opened up the round entirely. Stair trying to arrive on the rotation down into the B bomb side, but Rez is securing the plant. And Stair's just going to move up. There's the P from Kersey, back at the site, into the headshot. Yabby's been so quiet, and what a turnaround for GamerLegion. Rez once again in demand with the impact. On the pack of GamerLegion players, under a minute left, move outside. They're not going to be going directly down Secret. They're going to be playing close to the smokes and now starting to shift into Garage instead. HooXi. Oh, they're not looking, and HooXi with a double kill on the spray down. So now a 4v3, Astralis with 38 seconds left. They've got the advantage, but can they hold on to it? It's been a problem for them, even in rounds that look great. They can very quickly fall out of their hands. Kersey walking into main. There's Device with another one that really should confirm this, but Kersey doing what he can. He's going to retreat, try and take Device out of the equation. And the problem still stands. Magisk in the rafters. And the bomb safely in the possession of Device with not enough time to recover it. It's all about a safe call now as GamerLegion call it off and run away. An 8th round for Astralis, the gap now 2 rounds.
A nice little off angle from HooXi. You see how GamerLegion doesn't quite clear him.
Grenade right onto Taliesin. He's not going to enjoy that. 40 of his health ripped out by one grenade. Now 53 seconds left on the clock. Device starting to adjust his positioning. He has got Stairs still on the ramp, and Device, as that smoke fades away, they come towards him. Nice shot. Kersey down. PR following suit. It's important the res. Oh, he gets caught here by Device, and he will. Bomb is down, and Taliesin with no chance. So another save. So we're looking at 10-9.
Trying to split B. How many players are down in Secret? Maybe the majority of players are there. Maybe just one faking and they want to go for an A.
Astralis aware that in a round where you have less weapons to play with, an upper boss is very likely. Astralis know that better than most, considering their first half.
Yeah, and on Nuke, we see on CT side, Magisk did get his old position of playing A, playing silo. HooXi outside, Yabi door, Stair on ramp.
Imagine it's going to wait for the smoke to fade, but then a re-smoke coming in from Yabi towards doors. Throwing a bit of a spanner to the works here for GamerLegion, who are held behind it again.
Hey, they'll have enough time after this smoke to still go away, so no reason to not wait it out.
Well, just getting ready to go here. Magisk on top of the silos, Yabi on top of Hut. Going to be very difficult for GamerLegion to cut through this with no flashes, no utility there, just walking into a massacre, you would imagine. But then 2 kills come in, and what the hell? How has it been so effective? A 2v2, AK's picked up, and they've got a shot at winning this round now. Astralis, this is disastrous. They had no utility on the entry into the site. It's now 1v1, Stair against PR. And you give PR an absolute shot at winning this one because he has an AK-47.
And he was quick on this rotate. Stair might not be aware of this. He thinks he's still in the site.
Look where the bomb is planted too. Stair doesn't have a kid on his back, nor any utility right now either. Oh god, this is very worrying. He's got a kit now. He's picked it up as he needs this, and Stair just about gets it done. But you can see that wasn't comfortable. Stair just shakes it off like that is a round that should never have come that close.
So the initial smokes get broken by Device, doesn't find a pick. Here comes the second wave. Taliesin just going to chill behind Mini.
Magisk moving forward, PR gonna be picked away, and Magisk gonna drop into the upper bomb site with the opening kill for Astralis. Looking to grab 11 rounds here.
It's a great play and great timing to go for lobby aggression. Not something Astralis has done this half.
Yeah, Stair now winning on ramp. Such an important round. If he can just stay alive, if he can get 1 kill, we're looking at a very tough return around here for GamerLegion. And Stair, just by being disciplined, to stop GamerLegion in their tracks. It's only 30 seconds to make something happen here, and so they realize they've got to go back and try and attack into this A-bomb site instead. Device is watching the door play forward. Taliesin's going to stop that from being a reality, and we've got Magisk up on top of Hut. Taliesin spots him. Can he win the fight? The answer to that's no, but he's run out of ammo, so it's Yabi at the back of the bomb site. Whiffs! Can't get enough done, and once again, GamerLegion fighting their way back into a round that really looked like it should have been Astralis's. Stair and HooXi still alive, and again, it's HooXi combining with Stair for a little bit of impact. It's ZTR with a 1v2. Can the in-game leader give his team 11 rounds? Astralis gonna prevent it. HooXi swings through main, And such a crucial round victory for Astralis at this point in the game.
Pulling out. That's the 4th round in a row for Astralis in the second half. They were 10-7 down. Now we're seeing maybe something a little bit more pacey from GamerLegion towards A. Device finds Towson on outside.
Here comes a swing for PR. Yabby manages able to follow up, and it's a shutdown here, 12-10. Nothing gained here for GamerLegion. Disappointing because you look at the money in the bank and there's just not a whole lot of it. And Kersey thinks, oh, might as well save my Kevlar. They're not doing anything in this kind of round. So 12-10. It was similar to Overpass where Astralis just about gained control of it at the end. We've done that again here on Nuke. And for Kersey, next round is about to be his last in a GamerLegion jersey.
Let's see now, it's been 14-8 so far in openings for Astralis. GamerLegion could really use some to extend this series.
Hooksy stopping Towson. Opening kill for Astralis. 4 more steps into the playoffs. It's going to be Stare on the ramp. 1 kill from him. Device peeks out. Shut down by PR, but Yabby's up next, and it's all PR alone. Kersey from the grave will take his probably final kill here for GamerLegion, and it is secured. It will be Astralis heading into the playoffs here in Belgrade. They do it the hard way. They've had less than a week's practice with Magisk rejoining Astralis after years away.